Hey Susan, Bryce Braggins here. I was talking with Miles and he said that you're looking at selling your home for cash. So I wanted to let you know a couple things we can do to hopefully help you out and move this along. And then I also wanted to be as transparent as possible, show you what I'm looking at, showing you why we're coming up with the offer that we're coming up with. Which I believe Miles may have already gave you the offer. So I just want to show you, just walk through and be transparent and show you where all the numbers are coming from, and then and hopefully give you an option to where we can move this along and close pretty quickly. From what I understand, you are currently in a nursing home, hard to get out. It takes an act of Congress, from what I understand, to get you out of there. So just to let you know up front, if you were to accept our offer, we can email you the docs. You can sign them virtually right from where you're at. And then from what I understand, there's a car and maybe some other personal belongings that you have there at the house. We are more than capable of getting the car to whatever destination you would like it to go to, and any of the stuff that you're interested in if you know what's there. If you need to get out and actually put eyes on it, I get that too. But just to let you know, those options are there. We'll do that at no cost if you accept the offer. To get you the stuff where it needs to go and try to make things as easy as possible for you. All you'll have to do is sign the first offer when we send it via email, and then we can even send a notary to the nursing home to actually close on the documents at the end, which is usually about 2 weeks after acceptance of the offer. So that's the upfront what we can do for you if it works. Secondly, I just wanted to, the screen here in the background, this is how we run our numbers. This is how appraisers run their numbers. So what I did is I drew this little square to pull all this data from right around Knoll, right around where your property is. So I pull all that data from this little square just in this neighborhood to try to get some good comparable sales. And then I dump it into a little program I have, which breaks out a chart like this, makes it real easy to see. Over here on the left, you have all of your prices. Down on the bottom, you've got your square footage. Your property is a little over 1,500 square feet. It's about 1,550. So if I'm looking at the comparables, the blue dots here are all the properties that have sold. They do count as comparables. The green triangles are properties that are currently listed for sale, but for whatever reason they have not sold. And then you've got these orange diamonds here, which are under contract, but haven't closed yet. So we don't know what price they're gonna close at. And then these squares, these red squares, they were listed for sale, but for whatever reason, they didn't sell. So taking all that into account, mathematically, we draw this fair market offer line. And this is if you're fixed up, everything's updated, it's retail ready. So at very best, I'm expecting I can get about 280 for the property, but I've got to be safe and protect myself and Miles when we're going to sell it on the back end. So I'm going to go with this fair market line, which puts me at 260. So I take that 260, and then it's going to cost us about 8% on the back end for closing costs. That's paying realtors. That's about 2% in closing costs plus some other title fees. So taking off that 8%, I multiply this by 92%, and that gets me down to 239 too. And then we want a 25% profit. So I'm going to take 75% of that to get to what we can pay. The renos we're going to have to do to make sure the house is completely up to date. We're going to have to update the entire interior, new flooring, new paints, new kitchen, new bathrooms. Everything's going to have to be completely renovated, and that's probably going to cost us about $70,000 is the budget I have on that one. So I was talking with Miles. I told him I would offer $109,400. He said he already offered you guys $125,000. I said it's a little higher than I would want, but if you already offered $125,000, I'd hold true to it. Go ahead and purchase it for the $125,000, and that'll eat into our profits a little bit, but it's still a decent deal for us, and it's a really good deal for you guys on the cash offer. So if you want to take advantage of this and you want to go ahead and move forward, just let Miles know. We can write up the contract in a matter of minutes, and we can get it over to you to sign via email. and we'll close in about 2 weeks later. You'll have the cash in your bank in about 2 weeks. You won't have to leave the nursing home for any of it. So I hope this sits well with you. I hope this all makes sense. And if you have any questions, please reach out to Miles or myself, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Thanks so much, Susan. Have a great